Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ali binti Ismail. Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to start presenting the introductions first. So for our assignment on this subject, International Human Resource Management, we had the opportunity to interview Puan Fazila Abdullah, the HR manager at DHL Penang. With over 25 years of experience in logistics and HR, she gave us a valuable insight into how a global company like DHL manage HR across more than 220 countries and territories. So this interview focused on four key of IHRM, which is the labor relations, global talent management, international compensation, and general HR challenges. So we explore how DHL ensures compliance with local labor laws and how they developed the talent across the border. So this conversation have given us a real world understanding of how international HR strategies are applied in this practice.
Now I will present the key findings from our interview with Puan Fazilah, the HR leader at DHL, a global logistics company. We organized the findings into four key IHRM areas. First, under international labor relations, DHL faced challenges due to differing labor laws and union practices in each country. To manage this, they use a decentralized HR structure. A real example is the CVG Air Hub in the US, where a union strike was resolved through peaceful negotiation, reflecting the pluralist and institutional theories in IHRM. Next, in global talent management, DHL blends global training with local recruitment. They promote internal mobility and relationship development. However, they still face issues like language barrier and cultural differences. Their strategies reflect the resource-based view, showing how skilled talent can provide a global competitive edge. For international compensation, DHL used a hybrid pay model. Global rules follow standard scale with local rules adjust to market conditions. Expatriate pay is a key challenge due to tax issues and benefits. Their approach supports the convergent divergent theory and best practices in expatriate management. Lastly, in overall IHRM challenges, DHL deals with cultural diversity, time zone gaps, and different work expectations. They use flexible regional strategies supported by global tools and training. These fit the contingency theory and highlight the importance of cultural intelligence in managing global teams.
Ms. Vanisha Ramachandran, and my metric number is 221240530. So for the recommendations, our group have come up with 4 recommendations based on our findings. So the first one is enhancing international labor relations. To this, I think they can establish a global IR framework balancing a standardization with local adoption. And then next, they can implement proactive union engagement programs like quarterly town hall to mainly prevent conflicts. And then they can develop a digital compliant dashboard with AI updated labor laws. For the next recommendation, which is strengthening global talent management, they can launch cultural intelligence, which is known by CQ, training using VR simulations. Next, they can create structured global mentorship program, pairing junior and also senior staff across regions. Next, they can adopt predictive analytics for strategic workforce planning, like mainly AI-based talent forecasting. So for the third recommendation, which is improving international compensation, I think to this they can implement digital compensation standardization with real-time regional adjustments. They also can introduce modular expatriate packages with flexible benefit options, and they can form local benefits to prevent innovation teams to adapt cultural relevant perks. So for the fourth recommendation, addressing border IRM challenges, they can consolidate HR systems with global platforms like SAP, Successful Factor for unified analytics. And then they can develop a cultural intelligence toolkit with country-specific e-learning. And lastly, they can establish an IRM innovation lab to pilot AI hiring tools and hybrid work models.
So one of the most meaningful part of this assignment is we have a Google Meet session with Puan Fazila Abdullah, and she gave us a clearer picture of the real challenges on MNC company, such as managing the union and aligning the global policy with local law. So we have realized how theories we learn in the class actually reflect in the corporate practice. For example, DHL doesn't have a one-size-fits-all HR approach. Like they adapt policy based on legal, cultural, and operational context of each country. So hearing real example has helped us connect textbook knowledge with real business situations, making the learning experience much more practical for us and memorable.
Reflection on key insights on decentralized HR structure. The first is flexibility for regional adaptation. Like it enables local teams to adjust strategies to cultural and legal requirements. Second is global local balance. It's critical need to maintain corporate consistency while ensuring local relevance in MNCs. Third is cultural sensitivity training. It is vital for establishing cross-border workplace harmony. Fourth is local empowerment with corporate unity. Effective approach combining regional autonomy with unified corporate identity. Last is balanced HRM model where it optimal solution combines global standard with local implementation.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Akila binti Shahril and my metric number is 221242712. One of the important lessons that I learned from the interview is international labor relations are not just knowing the law, but it is also about dealing with people, unions, employees, and also the different rules for each countries. DHL made us realize how difficult it can be to manage these day-to-day issues, especially when we're working in different parts of the world. From the example shared, especially in the US and Canada, I saw that maintaining peace between management and workers often come down to smart negotiations and open, honest discussions. It's not always about winning, it's about finding a balance where both sides feel respected. Another important takeaway was that legal knowledge is not enough. HR managers also need a good people skills. We have to know how to talk to others, listen carefully, and handle conflict calmly. That's something that stood out to me in how DHL manages its international workforce. What impressed me most was DHL's approach of avoiding the conflict by building long-term relationships with unions. Instead of waiting for a problem to happen, they focus on understanding what their employees need. They talk, they listen, and they build trust. They build trust over time. So this reminds me that communication must go both ways, not just top-down. In international HR, trust and two-way communication are key to preventing conflicts. So when working globally, we have to think long-term, build trust, and always be ready to listen. That's how companies like DHL keep things running smoothly. That's all for me. Thank you.
We also found the conversation of expatriate to a complex and interesting topic. Also, the hybrid model of global roles being standardized while operational roles being localized was found to be fair in its ability to accommodate different regions. Also, knowing how much people and operation had to plan for in terms of moving employees internationally helped us understand a strategic HR planning on a broader scale. We learned that compensation management is more than just salary schedule. It is also about tax, moving assistance, and family wellness. This experience exposed us to how international human resource management requires a fine line between cutting costs and having happy employees.
My reflection throughout the interview is managing global talent is crucial in any multinational workforce, and we learned that training, inclusion, and leadership development play a key role in long-term success. DHL's Certified International Specialist program was a great example of how employee development can align with company goals. The session also emphasized how investing in internal mobility, diversity, and cross-cultural training helps build a cohesive and motivated global team. It reinforced the importance of employee engagement and succession planning as part of sustainable growth and highlighted that human capital theory is one of the most valuable assets in international business. the challenges we face during interview. Conducting the interview on Google Meet came with both technical and interpersonal challenges, especially due to occasional connection issues that require us to stay patient and adaptable. We had to be strategic in how we ask and follow up on questions to gather meaningful insights. The experience helped us become more professional, organized, and confident in real time communication. It also enhanced our critical thinking, particularly in understanding the differences between theoretical IHRM practices and how they are applied across different cultural contexts. Overall, it was a valuable learning opportunity that prepared us to better navigate real life HR situations. That's all from us. Thank you.